Well, the Master Archival and Information Studies is a unique program because it really connects the administrative world in which records are created to the world of heritage and history in which records are used and reused. And another thing is that we intensively collaborate with many institutions in the Netherlands, but also internationally. And we also work closely with another program in media studies, which is focusing on the preservation and presentation of the moving image. The Archival and Information Studies is a professional master and it has a nice mix of studying archival theory, archival methods and archival concepts, in addition to professional work in an organization, so practice work during the internship in which students are immersed in archival practice and working on a problem. So the aim of Archival and Information Studies is to critically study the role of archives and archiving in social processes. One of the most important skills students learn is how to analyze archival problems, and students also learn how to design solutions for these types of problems in organizations.
Well, I started out with a master in history, and then I worked as a historical researcher, and then I came into contact with a lot of archives, and I became very interested in the dynamic between the archive and the researcher. What do archives present to researchers? How accessible are archives for researchers, and how transparent are archives for researchers? And that really sparked my interest, so then I started looking for the Master Archival Information Studies. Well, currently I'm doing my internship at the Inspectorate for Public Information and Heritage, where I research how the duty to report, which is a part of the new archives law that has yet to be introduced, can be best implemented.
Yeah, so the program is 1 year and a half. The first year is especially focusing on archival theories and concepts. But the second year, so the whole semester, the students work in an internship project in an organization. And there they really work on an archival problem and help solving these issues. And very interestingly is that many students already get job offers during their internship. Well, this program is extremely relevant in a world in which everything is information, and so how to make sure that information can be reused, that information remains reliable, trustworthy, but also how to make sure that archives and recorded information can be used for accountability purposes in organizations and transparency purposes. But also how to make sure that fair archival infrastructures are constructed in which also attention is given to people who were marginalized in the past but are part of these archives. And so all these issues are extremely relevant. Students end up in many different jobs, but of course in heritage institutions such as archives, but also in government agencies, in municipalities, ministries, and so on, but also even in the private sector, where a lot of information is processed.
Well, my advice would be to try and visit an organization or an archive. If you're interested in working in the field of archives or organizations that do something with archives, see if you can visit one of these places, talk to these people, have a cup of coffee, see if you can go along in one of the organizations for a day to see if the field of work is something for you.